Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going over PSG and their 2024-2025 season. They won the quadruple, including the UCL. So this team had a lot of big accolades this season. A lot of their players also showed up, and they were probably the best team in all of Europe. So today we're gonna rank them between S and F, and let's start off with Hakimi. Hakimi, it's an S, one of the best fullbacks in the world. Um, there's only a few other players that you can argue that are better than him, but he on that right wing is just flying down, right? He can defend, he can score, he can assist. His pace is unmatched. For me, he's an automatic S, and you're gonna see a lot of high ratings from this team. But remember, we have to agree that PSG play in a farmers league. They play for Uber Eats, McDonald's, whatever you want to call it. So whatever this is, take it with a grain of salt, because remember, even in Europe when they looked good, they're playing with like 2 weeks of rest because they can. That's just how their league works, right? So let's just keep going. Kolo Muani, I don't even think he played. Didn't he go out on loan or something? Gets an F from me. I can't believe they spent like 100 million on him from like Frankfurt or some team. I don't know, but anyway, that's a F. Due gets an A. Probably one of the best young wingers in the world right now, especially on the left wing where there's been a little absence of quality. They bought him from Rene last season, and he's been quality. People would tell you that people that watched the league for a couple of years before, they knew he was a baller, and him going to uh, PSG just unlocked that for him. And do you see his performance in the UCL? He's probably going to win Young Player of the Year and all these accolades, and his future is bright. Honestly, he's probably one of the best left wingers in the world, if not already. Vitinha gets an S. Probably a top three midfielder in the world. He just controls that midfield so well, and you can see the quality of his play style, especially this Luis Enrique tactical setup. He just looks really good, and for him, it was well deserved. João Neves gets an A. I think he's just a tier below Vitinha, but once again, another phenomenal player. Played in that system. Him, Vitinha, and someone else we're going to talk about later on. Those three, their midfield was one of the best in the world, and he gets a deserved A for that. Nuno Mendes, it gets an S. They probably have the best, probably top three. I want to say again, top three fullbacks in the world. You could make a good case that Nuno was the best left back in the world, considering he won everything and his impact on the field. But when it comes to him, I think he's finally reached his full potential. Everybody kind of believed that he would hit these type of heights. So it's good to see that a player like him is finally getting his respect. This guy scored in the Champions League finals, but we don't know who you are, so you're an F. Lucas Hernandez, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen you play. I believe you're just getting subbed by the other players, so we're just gonna give you a C for that. And I don't know if it's you or your brother, but one of you is getting linked to Saudi, so I'm just gonna pretend it's you and just give you a C. Fabian Ruiz gets an A for me. Well, once again, a really good midfielder. We've seen a glimpse before he joined PSG, or I think he already joined PSG at that time when he played with Spain during the Euros. He looked really good in that setup as an 8, and it looks like Enrique used him just exactly how we expected him to. And for him in that trio of that midfield, I think he's a solid A, no questions asked. I don't know who this is. You're F. Skriniar, I think I'll give him a B. I feel like he played some rotational minutes. I'm gonna be completely wrong because I don't watch PSG. Let's be honest, you don't watch PSG either. But he's a B. He's a solid center back, so we'll give him a B. Dembele, he's an S. Whether it was a left wing, the right wing, the striker, the false nine position, Dembele played everywhere, and he scored goals. He made assists. He dribbled past a lot of players. And best of all, he made a lot of runs into the box, right? I've seen these stats by UEFA that he's got apparently the most runs in the UCL. I don't know what you can do with that stat, but he's done the most of that, right? Potentially a Ballon d'Or winner. Top three in my opinion. He's won everything. He's finally broken out and shown his real potential, which is good to see. Sucks that he did with PSG and not Barcelona. Well, I don't know why you would show your excellence at a smaller club. It is a McDonald's league after all. But anyways, Dembele is still top player in the world. Top three for sure this season. He gets a well-deserved S. Good stuff, Dembele. Kangin Lee gets a B. Solid bench player. Didn't really do much. You're going to see that PSG have a lot of depth. And they have a good starting 11. So a lot of their starting 11 is what to play this season. Pacho gets an A. Oh, probably one of the best center backs in the world. Um, Easily an A. But without him, they don't go this far. And it actually speaks volume to their recruiting recently that they find a player like Pacho that, before they would bring a guy like Skriniar in who's washed up, but now they brought a young guy in like Pacho, and he's gonna be there for the next 5 years. So good stuff from him. I don't know who this guy is. Zaire Emery, I'm gonna give him a B. Started the season off well, but clearly couldn't make it and stay in midfield. That midfield is hard to get into, right? So we're gonna give you a B, give you the benefit of the doubt. Have your B. You're still young. You got time. Kimpembe. I don't know if Kimpembe still plays. I'll be honest. I'm gonna give him a C. I think he might have been injured for the season. So we'll give him a C for that. Marquinhos gets an A. Captain of this team, starting center back with Pacho. His leadership finally paid off, man. Finally paid off. All these years of sitting in this Farmers League, he's seen Neymar come, he's seen Mbappe come, he's seen Messi come, he's seen Ramos join the team. He's seen so many of these players join the team, and he's been through it all from the start to the end. And him winning the UCL and finally lifting it, I think that speaks volume of his character. Sticking through all of these transfer windows. Maybe he had doubts about leaving this team or with the direction of this team, all these coaches. But at the end of the day, he ended up winning the UCL. He won everything that he could. And he's a solid A, could be an S, but I'll give him A. Marco Asensio, I don't even know if he played for this team still. You get a C. He probably played like 5 games this season, probably in the McDonald's League. Barolo, you get a C too. Let's be honest, you barely play left back. I think you're a left back. Donnarumma gets an S. I hate to say it, but I was a Donnarumma hater, but still I hate him. But he proved his worth, this season. It looked like he was gonna peak early in his career, being like 16 years old, playing at AC Milan. But he, put a big performance up at that Euros against England, and it looks like when it comes to his club, he finally won everything. I don't count like the Uber one league like that good of a league. You got to win multiple titles, but him winning the UCL, you got to give it to him. He's a big shot stopper. He's done his part, and he's finally gonna get rewarded for it. Probably as the best goalkeeper in the world this season. This guy here, he didn't play. Let's be honest. Donnarumma played every game. Tenas, former Barca player, you're F. Let's be honest, you didn't play this season. Gonzalo Ramos, you get a C. I don't even think you played this season at all. The only people only know you from the World Cup. Let's be honest, you replaced Ronaldo like a couple games. That's the only time people even heard of you, okay? And finally, Barcola. Barcola gets a... is B too harsh? I will give him A. Barcola, one of the better young players. He put up a lot of stats throughout the, what's it called? Uber One League. So I think for him, he gets a B. He gets an A. He put up the stats to back his play. He was one of their crucial wingers as well. So, you know what? We'll give him an A for that one. And I feel like I'm missing some players, but who cares? That was the tier list for PSG for the 2024-2025 season. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what team you want me to do next. And remember, you could ask me for different sports, different categories, whatever sticks, Anyways, thank you. Bye.